Namaste. Welcome to day 14 of the 14-day Yoga for Consistency Challenge. This is it. You have arrived, my friend. In this flow, the final intention of this challenge is just to have fun, and it is a celebratory, ceremonial, special day. You showing up for 14 days on your mat, whether you were a complete beginner and just wanted to get started with yoga, or you're extremely advanced, but you just wanted to be a little bit more consistent in showing up on your mat with your practice. Without further ado, since we only have 10 minutes, let's go ahead and find ourselves in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Fingers spread wide, palms of the hands pressing into the mat, feeling the pads of the toes into the mat, letting the head rock out, wag the tail left to right, maybe bending one leg and then the other. Once you've arrived in a pretty comfortable position, finding a static dog and coming into some pranayama, some breath work here to begin this practice. Closing down the eyes, and as you inhale, fill up the belly, fill up the body, and hold the breath at the top. Slow and controlled exhale as you release. Nose or mouth. Inhale, fill up the belly through the nose. Big inhale as we hold at the top. And slow exhale, release through the nose, controlled. Last one, inhale through the nose, fill up the entire body with air. And as we hold, just feel the air swirling around in your body. Slow and controlled exhale, release. Inhale, right leg rises high, three-legged dog. Roll out the ankle. Inhale, lift it a bit higher. Exhale, right foot drops in between the hands. Back foot spins flat at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms rise overhead, palms face one another. Warrior one. Inhale, grow a bit taller in the spine. Exhale, roll out the wrists as you lower them to interlace behind your low back. Draw the fists down and back as we open through the heart, look up. Exhale, humble warrior as we drop the chest on the inner side of that right leg, letting the shoulders rinse out overhead as we drop the head to the ground, imagining the crown of the head to touch the ground. Inhale to exhale. Inhale, get deeper to exhale. One more inhale to exhale. Inhale, root to rise, coming up, drawing the fists down, bringing the hands to prayer center as we shift the weight forward on that front right leg. Left knee comes into the chest. Exhale, right hand outside left knee, left arm cactuses to go back. Look over at the left side wall. Breathe in. And breathe out, lower into chair pose, palms to press one another as we sit low, bringing the left elbow outside that right knee for a chair twist, palms pressing into one another as the gaze goes up. Thumb knuckles in line with the sternum, knees in line with one another. Good. Release. Inhale back through center. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Drop the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back to plank pose. Drop the knees. Hips lift high. Lower the chest and chin down to the ground as the elbows bend. Inhale, drop the hips. Open the heart, straighten through the arms. Cobra. Look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. To exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Three-legged dog. Roll out the ankle. Left foot drops in between the hands. Coming in for warrior one, right foot spins flat at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Bending through that left knee. Inhale as you rise a bit taller. Exhale, release the arms behind you. Interlace the hands the opposite way as you had before. Draw the fists down as you open through the heart. And as you exhale, we humble our warrior. Chest drops on the inside of that left leg. Crown to the ground. Shoulders rinse out over the head. Steady breath, steady body, using the control of your mind to control the physical body. Lunging a little bit deeper. One more inhale to exhale. Inhale, root to rise, pressing down through the feet. Releasing the hands, palms press to center as we shift the weight forward. Right knee comes into the chest, left hand outside right knee, cactus through the right arm. Look over at the right side wall. One more inhale. Exhale, stamping the right foot into the mat. Palms press into one another for chair pose. Exhaling that right elbow outside that left knee for chair pose twist. Ooh. Palms pressing into one another. Thumb knuckles in line with the heart, looking up over that back left shoulder, hugging the core and tight with every exhale. And release. Inhale, halfway lift. Spread the feet out, hips distance. Exhale, forward fold, ragdoll as you grab elbow to elbow. Drop the head down and let the body hang. Option to rock left to right. Option to bend the knees. This is your final feel-good flow. Do what feels good to you. Releasing the hands down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Knees drop, hips high. Lower chest, chin slow. Inhale to cobra, straighten through the arms. Drop the hips. And let's pause here as we rock our hips left to right. Releasing any tension in the low back. Exhale, press back, child's pose, balasana. Arms out in front of you as we touch the forehead to the mat. Inhale, coming up to our hands and our knees and rolling onto our back for our final resting posture. Shavasana, just allowing ourselves to end this 14 days in a very yogi way, allowing the body to completely realign and recalibrate after all of these beautiful practices that we've had. And just allowing ourselves to reflect on how we've maybe changed physically, mentally, or emotionally over the past 2 weeks. Bringing some small movements into our fingers and our toes. Bringing our arms up overhead, taking a full body inhale, stretch. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat and rolling onto your right or left side for fetal pose. Just passing through for a moment, pausing, using your arm as a pillow. And pressing ourselves up into a comfortable seated position with our hands at prayer center. Thanking ourselves for showing up for the past 14 days of this yoga challenge. Reminding ourselves that if we want to be consistent with anything in our lives, we have to remember to enjoy the journey and have fun along the way. To avoid burnout, to avoid boredom, and to truly live the best life that we are meant for. Bring our thumb knuckles up to our third eye, forehead center. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light within you, which is the same within me where the entire universe resides. As we exhale, we bow our heads together as we say, Namaste. Congratulations on completing the 14-day Yoga for Consistency Challenge. I hope this past 2 weeks or this practice, however long it took you, helped you to realize that you don't need to show up on your mat for an hour or 2 hours every day just to feel good in your body, but that you really only need 5, 10, 15 to 20 minutes to practice. If you enjoyed this flow and this challenge, be sure to share it with somebody else who maybe has a little bit of pain in their body, who needs to just bring some more movement into their life, or just anybody who says that they need more yoga. I can't tell you enough how many people say in my real life, "Oh, I need more yoga." And I go, well, literally, that's what I love to do. I feel like yoga is just so amazing. And I hope that you feel that too. And it is just a modality that can really go well with any practice, whether you're lifting weights, whether you're an athlete, whether you work a 9 to 5, whether you run, swim, play piano, whatever it might be. Yoga is something that goes really well with a lot of different hobbies, and it doesn't need to be your entire identity like it is mine. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and definitely comment on any of the classes that you really enjoyed. It really does help my channel. And I'm really excited for the next coming videos that I have on my channel. Be sure to follow along, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.